Okay. Hi, everybody. So, if you've seen the previous videos that I put up, you'll see why I am extremely pissed. Why am I so pissed? Let me explain this to you. So, Kelvis Cummins, yes, this is his name. The dude I just told you about that lived in Alpharetta, Georgia, yes. Homeboy just took me to the whole nother fucking low, pissed me off. And I have not been this extremely pissed in years since my ex-fiance. And that was for a whole different story. That was like a whole next level shit. Didn't expect that shit. But that's neither here or there. So, Kelvis, the motherfucker that I was talking to, couldn't take responsibility for his actions, not from last year and not from this year. What I'm pissed off about is that he talks out of ego just like every other man. When a man feels some type of way and he feels like he's losing control of a woman, he tends to do the most sneakiest and grimiest shit he can do to get shit his way. Even if it means trying to win somebody over and trying to win an argument, knowing that he's wrong. Another thing I don't like about men is that they speak out of ego. So even if you're trying to get your point across, you speak out of ego, and this makes a person not want to listen to you. This is the shit I don't understand because I see this happen a lot. I even see it happen on TikTok where people go on live and try to destroy women. There's so many men out here who's always trying to speak down upon women, thinking they're better, they higher up. No. And some of these men don't think that we're their equal. So I could see how your ego will come into play in a lot of situations. And I see how you would treat women. And this goes to show you they was not raised by their mothers. You could tell that they never had a real relationship with their mothers, nor that they had a good relationship with their sisters. Any woman that's been around them all their life, I bet you they have been constantly comparing themselves to them for years, treating them like shit, arguing with them, fighting with them, have no fucking respect or class whatsoever. Don't even call yourself a fucking man. And the reason why I said this shit is because going back to Kelvis Cummins, yes, his whole name Kelvis Cummins, he refuses to take responsibility for what he did to me last year, just like what he did to me last night. So what could have been blown over by an apology didn't even happen that way. It turned into a whole argument. So homeboy had me waiting for him for over 4 hours to call me back, right? So last night I come home from my aunt's house. I end up catching a cold, so I end up not feeling good. Took some medicine. I text him saying that I already took my Benadryl and Claritin, so I'm going to bed because within minutes I was going to be knocked out. Never got an answer from him, whatever. So I'm like, hello, like, did you get my message? Now, the only reason why I'm so annoyed by his reaction and his actions, period, is because the fact that you act like you didn't give a damn. The fact that you sitting here act like you couldn't even respond to me. Knowing that you wasn't doing nothing but sitting on your ass over there, probably watching TV, probably playing on your video game, whatever the fuck you do. Because one thing I can't stand is a man that feels like he has the time or he has forever to answer what he wants to answer. Like, have the respect to answer somebody's phone calls and text messages when you see them trying to contact you instead of you ignoring them. And then another thing that is like the worst pet peeve of mine is liars, procrastinators, and liars. And ain't nobody in the goddamn world works 24 hours straight. So, and then on top of that, work on a Sunday. Last time I checked, tech companies don't work on Sundays. When you're working for those type of companies, too, he tends to forget that I already knew what the fuck he does for a living. As if we never had conversations like this. So don't think I forgot about what you do for a living and what's your work hours. Because just like last year, how he could take the time out of his day to text me and call me throughout the entire day, you could have done that now. And then it pisses me off with the fact that when I text you, you take up to 3 to 4 hours to respond. Then on top of that, you feel like you want to call when you feel like it. Like I'm supposed to be around at your beck and call. You got me fucked up, nigga. That's not how shit works. And then instead of him apologizing to me for not calling me back last night, he goes and say that he is not wrong. So who's wrong? Krusty the Clown? Casper? How the fuck you're not wrong for saying that you're going to call somebody back, give them 2 hours, but end up not calling them back at all? And then you don't even call the next day, all day, which is today. No text, no call saying sorry, fell asleep last night, forgot about you. We could talk when I get off of work. None of that. Instead of taking responsibility for his actions like a real fucking man, he goes and denies the shit and then say he wasn't wrong. Make it make sense. How you not wrong for that shit? And then had a nerve to put up an argument with me. The minute I speak my mind and tell you how I felt about how you treated me and the fact that you was wrong, you hang up the phone? Really? If that's not some real immature shit, I don't know what is. And it's really sad because you basically showing me your true colors and showing me how old you really are. And it's sad. It really is. It's very fucking sad. I can't stress this enough to anybody. Do not, and I repeat, do not ever step your monkey ass into anybody's fucking life. Especially when you have not grown up yet. You're not ready to go out in the world to face anybody, to date anybody. Clearly, you're not ready to date a real woman. While you're down there messing around with school-age children, you over here dating little girls, immature girls that let you run over them, let you tell them what they want to hear, let you gas them up and blow smoke up their asses and make them feel some type of way. You got women like me who don't tolerate that shit. You got women like me who don't tolerate the bullshit, who can see right through you like water, who is not going to let you come into their lives and say what you want to say and do what the fuck you want to do. That's what you're not going to do. He cannot handle me. And I clearly see that shit. I'm a whole lot of woman, and that's what scares him. And I understand very clearly that I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I'm somebody that it takes a special man to handle me or a special woman to handle me. Not everybody could handle me. Not everybody could handle a real woman that speaks her mind, who is strong, who's strong-willed at that, who is smart, who doesn't take no shit, speaks her mind, have her own opinion. It takes a special kind of person to handle somebody like that, that's independent, that is serious about her life and herself, and don't let nobody walk in and walk all over her. So when you see somebody like me speaking her mind, you tend to run away. When you see somebody like me trying to hold your ass accountable for your actions and let you know that you're not going to get away with what you did, you run away. You hide behind your phone, you hide in your house, and you wait until the coast is clear before you can show your ass again. Then he gets upset with me because he thought I was the one that sent my TikTok friends over to chase after him, to bully him, to disrespect him or make him feel some type of way. First of all, if people witness whatever happened to me in any way, shape, or form, they're going to defend me. Okay? It is not my fault. And two, I don't blame nobody for defending me the way they defend me. However they want to defend me, that's on them. But I don't send nobody out here to go after nobody because one, with me and my connections and what I could do, sweetie, I could do enough damage by myself. You could ask my last ex-fiance. Two, I don't have to send more than one person to go on your podcast, your Instagram page, your TikToks, or any social media page for that matter to harass you or to do anything. I don't need to do all that. I don't need nobody to do that for me. And I tell everybody all the time, don't fight my battles. Don't go behind my back and try to defend me to anybody unless I send for you. Like, seriously, if I don't need a help, I would not send you. But they did it themselves because, one, out the kindness of their heart, they feel like since I was being done dirty and you lied to me, and you, not only that, you played me, they feel like it was only right to defend their friend. One, how can you leave somebody upset and heartbroken after what you just did to them? I've been honest with you. I've been open with you. And I have never left a single word or secret behind. Like, I never held anything against him. I never held anything from him. I was open minded about a lot of shit and I understood his situation. The whole situation about his kids, about his ex wife, how his ex wife is constantly like disrespected him by coming over to his house unannounced, you calling and texting him all times a day and night, and then you had a nerve to try to spend the night in his house, get on his phone and contact me, his girlfriend, to see how you could intimidate me or get me to leave him alone. She's showing me pictures of contacts, of texts of him talking to three other women. Let me know I am not the only woman in his life. And I truly believe that shit. And this is the reason why I don't do long distance relationships. Because one, you will never know what that person is doing while they're away from you. As long as you don't hear from them or don't see them, you don't know what they're doing down there. For all you know, while you thinking your man is faithful, he's working, he's doing a damn thing, being a man that he's supposed to be, he's down there sleeping around behind your back, telling everybody that he has this friend that's begging to see him, begging to want to be with him. Meanwhile, we was already together. So the fact that you try to make me look bad to your friends and to your ex-wife, that's really fucked up of you. Two, how you feel about, how you treat me is how you feel about me. So I truly think that you don't give a fuck about me. You have no respect for me. You don't take me seriously. And clearly, we both don't feel the same way about each other. So yeah, with that being said, that's why I dumped his ass and kicked him to the curb. And then all the times he tried to test me and call me, trying to explain himself, I felt like he didn't need to explain himself because everything was self-explanatory. The pictures, the text messages, her calling me and texting me. I already heard it all. I don't need to hear shit. Your apologies is needed, but everything else is not. So yeah, I felt like it was only right to leave him the fuck alone. And no, I'm not gonna sit here and get validation for my actions because I know I was right. And I know I was right for speaking my mind to him like I did tonight and let him know you're not going to walk all over me. You're not going to sit here and treat me no type of way. You're not going to sit here and do me dirty going behind my back to other women. If you want to be single, then say that. That's all you had to say. Instead of dragging me along and make me feel like you really fucking want me and have me thinking that there is a chance for us to have a real relationship and let's work shit out. Just like he did over this weekend. Make me feel like it was a chance that we could work it out, knowing how I feel about you. And one thing about me is that my past hurt from past relationships, I heal it up. I heal myself up. It takes time for me to heal. So if I don't speak to nobody, it's because I'm in the process of healing. I'm in the process of trying to get myself together and move on. Ain't no way in hell I took all this time of healing and moving on for you to destroy it all, for you to undo everything I did. And this goes for my other exes too, because they try to come back so many times through text messages, through calls, contacting me on social media. I don't know how they found me because my name is not even on my social media page. So I'm like wondering, what the fuck is the meaning of you coming back? What is the meaning of you calling me? What is the meaning of you telling me how you feel about me if all this was just to blow smoke up my ass so you could have constant control over me? Seriously, what is wrong with people not being honest with people's or themselves? Clearly, your action shows that you don't respect me. You don't like me. Why the fuck would you want to come back in my life and blow smoke on my ass, lying to me and making me